Hello Gemini, and welcome to your 12/12 portal reading, which will be from the 12th of December until the 18th of December. You are on Galactic Soul Healing. As always, take what resonates and discard the rest. And we are going to be grabbing some cards to look at your current energy, some things you may not be aware of, as well as some guidance from Spirit and a Galactic Collective also. So let's cut the deck, and we will just pop out the 3 rows of 3 here. 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, and then we have the 9 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, as well as for your spirit guides we have the 3 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, which is your card, this one here, Gemini, that is you, and we have the Emperor too. The Emperor appeared just previously for Aquarius as well. Quite a bit of power and command and control happening there, which is kind of cool. Now, so some current energies you may be experiencing. We have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so at this time, Spirit's saying that you are possibly more powerful than you realise. There's been a lot of readings lately, and I just have to say this, is that a lot of power cards have been turning up for people, as well as the Emperor has just appeared, like in the last 2 readings, including this one. So there's a lot of empowerment at the moment going on with this portal. People are kind of stepping up into their power. And also, we not only have your ability to create structure and to create and manage your life, to be the Emperor in your own life, but you also have this beautiful heart-mind balance here of they were actually facing this way. So these 2 energies are working together. Spirit's saying they're going to. And that is this is your heart mind, so it is the water of air. And the Queen of Swords is your card, Gemini, of course, and it is a card of accomplishment and mastery, because the Queen of Swords has overcome a lot of difficulty to be where she is. And spiritually speaking, this is a thing that we all need to keep in mind, is that we have overcome so much. We've overcome a lot. These portals are going to help us to upgrade and shift into a new frequency as well. And we've moved on. We're going to be stepping into a new way of being, which is more powerful. So this person here is neither a king or a queen or an emperor or an empress, but pretty shortly that energy is going to be transmuted into that. But this is almost like that stepping into that portal of empowerment of your own divine feminine and divine masculine aspects coming together. That's in your spirit guidance, okay? So running alongside that, the reason that advice has come up is because in the area of what you do not see or you're not aware of is that, you have been victorious. Once again, the victory card leads to the Emperor. And you have actually achieved a lot so far. You've actually been working hard, and you've gone through some development and some growth, and you're able to observe that, to evaluate it, okay? And you're also, you have actually achieved a lot of emotional kind of skills or emotions of fulfillment. You have been able to achieve that to quite a good level. But you also have, a certain amount of emotional mastery as well. So mastery over your emotions and knowing how to manage them. You may even be, Spirit's saying what you might not be aware of, you may be able to even assist people with their emotions, because assist other people with their emotions, because the Cups card here is a 9. And yeah, that's quite a masterful energy there. So I think once again this is yeah, kind of an energy of someone who's perhaps does a lot of things for others and runs around and is busy because you're always at the moment you're bringing good news or you're receiving good news, but here you are, you're being benevolent, you're giving out to others here. And the reason I say this is you is because here we have a person with a red cloak. The Emperor has a red cloak, and not only that, but here you are looking at the portal, you have a red cloak on as well. So I don't think in this scenario you're the people that are receiving. However, this is a card to remind you to be able to receive as well as to give. But I get the feeling that possibly the energy you've been in is that you've been giving out a lot and you've been running around meeting the demands and or maybe you have lots of ideas and you've been acting on them. Okay, you've been pretty busy. And it seems that you probably are wanting to just, slow down and just engage in some emotional, some pleasures, some enjoyment. Yeah. And let's just clarify a couple of these things here. I'm just going to clarify the Knight of Cups, actually. And it's a card, you're kind of enjoying, you're in a pretty good place there. Knight of Cups. Clarifying the Knight of Cups. We're going to link all this together in a minute. Knight of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Swords. So this is a snap because once again, Gemini, it's you. And it's actually quite an empowered, it's you and your empowerment. So I think this is you here. You're actually the bringer of good news, or the giving of yourself, of your emotions, of your communicating, you're sharing your emotions there, which is really lovely. And of that sword energy too. So you have a good, swords are about communication. So it's about communicating your emotions. And you're quite good at it. And I'm not surprised because, you see, I think you underrate that in yourself. You underestimate your ability because you're actually, in what you might not be aware of, you actually have 9 of Cups. So you're pretty masterful when it comes to, understanding, what should we say, emotional intelligence and understanding the emotions of others and of managing your own emotions, okay, which is an awesome skill. And the thing is that you've undergone some growth in that area is what it's looking like, and that it's going to be one of your biggest strengths moving forward. That is literally what this card here is under the Knight of Cups. So I think it's saying that if you really capitalize on your emotional skills, that is going to actually lead into this. So basically, I don't know about you, Gemini, but I actually tend to think that there are people around that need a lot of help with their emotions. And really, if you are that good at it, then it's probably going to be a bit of a ticket to success here for you. So it might even be that at the moment you're kind of in this phase of maybe you're doing a practical kind of job, like you're bringing in the money, you're ticking the boxes, and you're earning the money, and then you're giving it out. So maybe if you have a family or whatever, you're providing for your family equitably, and you're doing that really well. But it's now looking like this Knight of Swords is rushing into that 6 of Pentacles to just say, hold on a minute, I've got a better idea. How about we take all of our, our intercommunication skills and our, you know, our mastery here. How about we sort of start really acknowledging that and spirit, and, you know, really become more aware of what we do have and work towards creating some success in that area. I mean, it could be something that you're considering, you know, and this is in the straight row here too, of like you're doing this, but it might be that you do want more, like you would prefer to be a bit more fulfilled. Let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. No, actually, let's clarify the Knight of Swords, please. Yeah. And then we're going to get on with this reading. Clarify the Knight of Swords. Okay, we have been doing the reading. I've just been talking a lot. Knight of Swords. Okay. The Sun. That is the card about your soul coming forward. So it's a card about expression. It's about speaking up. It's about... and on that row we have the Queen of Swords as well. So it's like, okay, let's get your ideas into action. And this is like, this confirmation of Sun means that it's actually a freaking good idea. Take what resonates. If you don't think it's a good idea, don't act on it, please. Okay, let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles, yeah, that is that's actually a good place to be. So actually, financially, you are in a good spot at the moment. Like financially, you know, in your possessions, in your material world, you're in a pretty good situation. I think maybe even health-wise, you're in a pretty good state. You're in a pretty good phase at the moment. Let's clarify the Three of Wands. That one just jumped out. We have two jumping out. Okay, so Three of Wands is clarified by the... Wow, another Knight of Swords and a Nine of Cups. And you know what? In this reading, we already have a Knight of Swords at the top. It's clarified by the Sun. And we already have the Nine of Cups here, which is directly above the Three of Wands. So this is kind of confirmation of like, yes, move towards your emotional, your really honour the truth of your ability to really be a bit of a master in the emotional realm. And these two are clarifying this, and both of these cards are already in the reading. Okay, so you might be contemplating moving into that. Anyway, like I said, take what resonates, and if that resonates with you and you think like, oh yeah, it might be going from a task-oriented job to a more people-oriented job to do with your because the cups are all about relationships and interconnections, okay? And usually the pentacles, you know, that could be more like a job with your hands, perhaps a more task material based, you know, you might work in a shop or something like that. Actually, that's what this guy looks like here. You know, he's kind of working in a shop, maybe it's in a trade or something like that. And obviously we do work with people in trades, but it might be... and the reason I'm saying that is because, you know, you have this, in spirit guidance, you have these two empowerment things here. Like basically, for example, someone who does counselling or manages, helps to manage people or helps them with their emotions, okay? They need to have those helpers need to have a really good grasp of their own mental faculties as well as their ability to be empathetic. Okay, and not only that, if they have a really good understanding of societal structures and be able to help people to, you know, organise themselves better. Kind of cool, Gemini. Earth. Progressive desires. Interesting. I don't think I've read this card before. Let's check it out. 52. We turn straight to it, which is fortunate. Right. During a time of transformation, it is common to feel a great excitement and a desire to make sweeping change very quickly. However, because there are many people who fear change, it is prudent to make change that is slow and steady instead of rushing things. In this way, those who cling to the old will not get spooked and obstruct the natural process of transformation. Take an honest look at your life and see where you are either moving too fast or resisting change. Okay. Seek the middle road. As you do this, you assist the earth to transform itself with grace and ease. That's really interesting, isn't it? Because the Knight of Swords is moving quite quickly. Okay, but this card here, the Emperor, is actually quite still. And it's in mastery, so this is almost a card of being present. So it might be a bit of a hint here that when it comes to emotions, as you know, when emotions come in really quickly and they take over and they become overwhelming, it can be a sign of mastery to be able to become present, which could even be what this person is doing here. So if you have that ability, just check in with yourself and see if you do have that ability, because it can be really helpful for people. And if you feel drawn to working with people, to helping them in that way, you know, this could be a possible direction that you might like to consider. Take what resonates, you know. I mean, it could also be read as that you're feeling quite good at the moment and that you might like to just, you know, look into maybe working with nature or doing something like that, and you know, that will bring success as well. But it might be that you want to combine nature and helping people or something like that. Let's get a deck quickly. So I think this is about just being really present with yourself. I'm just going to grab the Moonology at the moment because this portal energy, I just feel like, you know, on the backs of these, there might be some helpful hints. Because you're definitely coming into empowerment, Gemini. You're coming into this, you've got this real, you know, you've got this real intellectual mastery, but because you're also like a mutable sign, you kind of really understand the emotional aspect of life, and you understand emotions, okay? And I think you may find that your skills in that area could become in demand, possibly. Here we have the Let Your Fears Dissolve, full moon in Cancer. So I don't know that you have fears about a transition, but you may be a bit reluctant, possibly. Okay, Go Wild, full moon in Leo. Okay. That's literally just like, you know, it's holiday season. Let's enjoy ourselves a little bit. Forgive, full moon in Pisces. Okay, if any of these, you know, messages resonate, that's all well and good. So sometimes in transitions, yeah, we need to just take a little bit of a risk, kind of work through our fears, forgive ourselves if we feel like maybe if people around us don't entirely agree with what we're doing, we need to forgive ourselves and forgive them for perhaps not being on the same page. Last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. Yeah. And what you may not be aware of is the fact that you have this beautiful emotional ability to just be present. And let's grab another one or two. We have full moon in Aries, cool your emotions. I don't think, well, unless you're feeling super ecstatic or, you know, I don't think you even need to quell that emotion, do you? But it's literally like, okay, this is a card about emotions. You may be able to help other people to cool their emotions. Leave the past behind. Okay. If you do feel like you're going through a transition, You know, it's going to be fine. And you know what? If you feel like you're moving more from a trade into like a healing type of profession, that could be what this is about. But if you go into a healing profession, you may need to have a side hustle on the side, possibly. I mean, you might need to have a little side hustle, but then, you know, your empowerment is going to come from stepping through a portal here, which is this card is you here, Queen of Swords, and this is your Nine of Cups, your, you know, emotional mastery in that as well. So yeah, or it may even be that you're contemplating a different type of change, but it's a reading about that you have the mental ability to do it, to organise, and you have a good management of your emotions in order to make a change. Okay, so take what resonates. Thank you for tuning in, Gemini, and enjoy your 12/12 portal, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.